set.
I think so.
They might need some of these seats, I don't know.
Oh, that's, yeah.
Yeah, because they set this for.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, how's it going, man?
See you boys looking good. Looking sharp.
Building the team up. Hey,
Chuck?
I'm Ben. Sean's on his way. They're right behind us. Okay. They left before us.
How do you actually pronounce Sean's last name?
Amos. Shawnee.
Help yourself to the large table over here. I think we got a large group. Yeah, we got take a bunch of those high tops. Okay, nice dude. So. The greatest part about today, obviously, with the pandemic, things have been so different that, for 2 years we haven't been able to meet. We feel this is a great event that we have for the finalists. Baseball, as we know, is such a tough season with weather and everything that goes on. So to me, planning this was just a joy, because to know that we could all be together, and it's a time of celebration, and as we know, to celebrate certain things nowadays, especially in the last few weeks, is something to really cherish. So welcome. For those, I think most of you coaches, if you had extra players, when you get a break, if you have your money or check for your extra players, just get it to me once we start eating here. Once we do start, management here will come around and point at your table, and the buffet is out there. Even though you're sitting there, if you'd like to sit outside near the lake, feel free. And then just come back in for the program, but you're more than welcome. There's plenty of seating also outside. Before we start our brunch, if I'd like to have Jim Burke come up and say our prayer.
Seeing how it's Memorial Day, let's take our hats off, bow our heads, take a moment of silence for all those people that sacrificed their lives so we could have the freedoms that we have today. And also for the victims and the families that lost their lives in Texas and Buffalo. Thank you. Dear Lord, tomorrow is game day. Help me to be a good sport. Help that I do not seek individual glory and accolades, but rather I play for the good of my team. I pray that all who play this game tomorrow are protected from physical harm. Thanks for giving me life and talents for my participation in this game. Help me to play well, to use my powers to the full. Be with me when I need to play hurt, when I have to deal with the pain of injury, disappointment, or loss. Help me accept the bad breaks as part of the game. Keep me aware of the brotherhood I have with all athletes, even when they are opponents. Free me from the temptation to gloat in victory or to make excuses in defeat. I know that dedication to the cause can mean suffering, but let me know that it is a kind of suffering that leads to new life and greater maturity. Most of all, help me to never quit in my efforts when facing adversity. Pray for the coaches and officials that they too experience guidance in the decisions they make tomorrow. For those who work behind the scenes to make this day enjoyable, and for the founders and supporters of Section 5 Athletics. Remember, no matter the outcome of the final score, you are all winners. Amen.
Thanks, Jim. Again, staff will come around and let your table know when they can go up to the buffet. For those teams that maybe just came in a little bit later, there's a backdrop just out the door by the lake if you want to get some individual or team photos. So enjoy. We'll get back in about 15, 20 minutes. So wait for staff to come by and let you know when to eat.
Usually look good.
Coach, Jets, how are we doing? Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
You finally got a coach.
Yeah.
It was 3.5. What do you think? We had 3 in the first 2 innings. Hard. Yeah, he said he's gonna send you out.
Okay, good morning again, once again. Thanks for everybody making the trip down. I know even a few people that I know, whether it be family, friends, or whatever, and they said, you're doing that on Memorial Day? And people that aren't associated with the sport or things like that, they know that it's nowhere else we'd rather be. Especially you guys in here, you know, it's a great day. You know, great situation here, and go back and practice and get excited to play tomorrow. So, make a few introductions. First, I'd like to thank Kristen Harder and her staff here at the Country Club. Obviously, a beautiful setting. Thank you, Kristen. Next, our Section 5 President, Kathy Hoyt. Kathy was outside. Where did Kathy go? Oh. Kathy's in the back. You know, you speak about Memorial Day, it's supposed to be a day off for her, so we apologize. It just, this event falls always one day before finals, whenever it might be, so, but thank you very much. You know, being Section 5 president is sometimes a thankless job, because, you know, a coach gets the complaint, a coordinator gets a complaint, and then eventually it lands on her lap. So the amount of work and behind the scenes work that our Section 5 president, please give her another round of applause. Thank you. Next, our Section 5 baseball coordinator, Jason Bunning, right here, still doing the work behind me. Again, I was in that position for many years and still as assistant, but again, baseball, and a lot of these gentlemen right here that have been involved with baseball 30, some people 40 years, baseball is a lot different than a number of sports. Facilities, number one, scheduling, rainouts. You have different sports like basketball or indoor sports, you open up the key, turn on the lights, and you play. And nowadays with all the turf fields, you turn on the lights and you play. Baseball is a whole different bird, and finding facilities and all those different types of things. And again, it goes from league coordinators to class coordinators, but eventually falls on his lap. So let's give Jason another round of applause. Not here today is our, through Section 5, you always have a liaison, and that's Craig Vealey, who's not with us today, but Athletic Director at Geneseo. We want to thank everything that Craig does. Next, I'd like to point out our committee members. Again, these guys do a great deal of work throughout the year, again, behind the scenes, updating records, and again, work help with facilities. These guys do a lot of work behind the scenes, so if I call your name, please just stand up to be recognized, and we'll give them a hand after. Our class coordinators in AA, Sean Rucker, A1, Andy Struzik, A2, Jeff Amoroso, B1, Scott Gilman, B2, Denny Layden, C1, Steve Wager, C2, Ed Storrs Jr., C3, Pete Mancuso, and Class D, Rich Gill and Jim Smith. Those are our class coordinators. Let's give them all a round of applause. Our league chair people. Again, these are people that do a lot of work behind the scenes during the season. Our league chairs, we have from Allegheny County, Dustin Allen, Rochester City School Athletic Conference, Kyle Crandall, who's here, Andy Struzik for the Finger Lakes East, Pete Mancuso, Finger Lakes West, Shane Price, Genesee County, Scott Gilman, Livingston County, Jason Wasserman from Monroe County, Earl Blackman Jr., Private Parochial, Josh Allen, Steuben County, yes, there is a Josh Allen, other than the quarterback, and Billy McClare from Wayne County. Please give all those gentlemen a round of applause. Next, a lot of the things that we do for our banquet and all the plaques that you'll be receiving and and the MVP trophy and all those types of things during the finals tomorrow are through our sponsors. And a lot of these guys, again, been with us for a long, long time. Our newest sponsor, which was responsible for most of our banquet today, was West Her Automotive Group, headed by Jay Vanderstein, so we want to thank West Her Automotive. For the plaques, we had a number of different sponsors for the plaques. We had Angelo Planning Group with Kyle Downey, Livonia Lakeville Pharmacy, Jeff Brooks, Hober Ceiling and Tree and Farm, Tom Hober, G&G Fitness with Kevin Downey, Commodity Resource Corporation, Matt Cole, and Cohocton Sports Boosters with Ellsworth Tripp. Let's give those 6 sponsors a round of applause. I'd also like to give a special thanks to Steve Wager, who each year is responsible for many of these different sponsors, so thank you, Steve. Next, and I know everybody loves that, been involved the last few years, and Sean Jeffers. Sean, give Sean a round of applause. Sean is our Section 5 coordinator of Community Athletics, and most importantly, all the athletes. A couple special guests, or one special guest, you already met him earlier, Jim Burke. Give Jim a round of applause. He's our former coordinator who was there for many, many years, who I took over for, and he was a great help for me. And then in turn, I know Jason Bunning still leans on him also. So I want to say thank you to Jim for everything he's done for Section 5 Athletics. He's a Hall of Fame member in probably 7 different schools and sports and everything else. I always like to tell the story. One year, he was athletic director and basketball coach at Prattsburgh, correct? And a month before the season, didn't have a girls coach around that. So he coached both, coached boys and girls basketball that year, and I know he was very successful. So Jim, thanks for being with us today. Now the main part of the program, so to speak, we'll have our number 1 seed awards, our Ed LaRock Coach of the Year awards, Class Player of the Year awards, and then we'll have a chance for our coaches to talk about their finalist games. Before we even get started, after you receive a award, you'll come on up, grab your plaque from Jason, Mr. Bunning, and if you would, after you get your award, please just head outside in front of the Section 5 banner, and we'll get a quick group picture of all 9 winners if they're all here. So after you receive your award, just head out that way, and we'll get a quick picture. As I mentioned, so our number 1 seed awards, you're here, come on up, and Class AA was Hilton with Kevin Wheelahan. And I think Kevin's here, but let's give them a hand. Our number 1 seed in A1 was Churchville Chili and Guy Puglia, who is here. Guy, congratulations. A2, number 1 seed with an outstanding season at 19-1 is Kyle Crandall from East High School. In B1, still the only undefeated team in Section 5, Brian Rodman from Palmyra, Macedon. In B2, from Bath Haverling, Sean and Amy. Sean, come on up, congratulations. Coach of the Year. From Sodas, who I know is not in attendance, they had previous plans, but in C1, our winner from Sodas was Alva English. Congratulations. In Class C2 from Notre Dame High School, Rick Rapone. Congratulations, Rick. In C3, Dustin Allen is our Coach of the Year from Bolivar Richburg. And in Class D, our Class D Coach of the Year from Fillmore, Bill Nolan. Bill, come on. Next is our Ed LaRock Coach of the Year Award, Coach of the Year Awards. In AA from Hilton was Kevin Wheeler. Our Coach of the Year in A1 from Churchville Chili was Guy Puglia. Congratulations, Guy. It's Guy's 4th season, and again, he was the number 1 seed this year. Congratulations. In A2, our Coach of the Year was Kyle Crandall from East High School. Kyle led his team to a 19-1 record. He's been head coach for 20 years, 294 and 130 record. He's won the last 11 of 17 city championships. And he was the Class A finalist in 2016, and he was the first city school to do that since 1980, so congratulations, Kyle. In Class B1, Coach of the Year, Brian Rodman from Palmyra Central. Brian's been coaching 7 years, a 68-46 record, a 3-time Coach of the Year, and again, he was the #1 seed. Congratulations. In B2, from Bath Haverling, Sean Amy. Sean, 8 years head coach, 84 and 45. 1 year he coached at Avoca and won Class D state tournament. Not sure why he left, but 1 year there and won a state tournament. Congratulations. In Class C1, Tim Eustace from Letchworth. Congratulations. Tim's in his 13th year of coaching at Letchworth. In C2, Rick Rapone from Notre Dame. I'm sorry. We'll get that changed. Rick's in his 3rd year, 34 and 5 record, and he was also the #1 seed this year. In C3, Dustin Allen from Bolivar Richburg. 19th year as head coach with a 303 and 112 records. 300th win this year. Congratulations. And in Class D, our Coach of the Year is Bill Nolan from Fillmore. Bill's in his 14th year. And he has 2 league titles to go with that, and also a #1 seed this year. Congratulations. Next, our Class Player of the Year award. Our Class Player of the Year award. In Class AA from McQuaid was Will Taylor. Will, come on. Will had a 4-1 record, an ERA of 0.37. Opponent hitters hit 103. He gave up 2 earned runs all year, 54 strikeouts, only 3 base on balls, and a no-hitter. At bat, he hit .312 with 2 home runs. Congratulations, Will. And again, Player of the Year, please head through the door there to run a group picture. A1 was Connor Greasons from Irondequoit. Thanks, Connor. Congratulations, Connor. Connor hit .438, 25 RBIs, 2 home runs, 10 doubles, and 9 stolen bases. Congratulations. His A2 from Pittsburgh Mendon was Brendan Kane. Brendan hit .391, scored 25 runs, had 16 RBIs, and 15 stolen bases. Congratulations, Brendan. And B1 was Paul Goodness from Palmac. Paul hit .435 with 5 triples, 18 RBIs, 39 runs scored, and on the mound he was 4-0, 0.29 ERA with 44 Ks. Congratulations, Paul. In B2 from Bath Haverling was AJ Bratz. AJ hit .567, 20 RBIs, 21 stolen bases, scored 36 runs. On the mound, he was 7-0 with a 2.66 ERA and 44 strikeout. In C1 from Letchworth was Adam Halsley. Adam, come on up. Adam hit .521 with 18 RBIs and 22 runs. On the mound, he was 4-0 with 3 saves, a 0.92 ERA with 62 Ks. Congratulations. In C2 from Notre Dame was Gavin Schrader. Gavin, come on. Gavin hit .500, had 3 home runs, had 6 doubles, 6 triples, 30 RBIs, and 17 stolen bases. Congratulations. From C3 from Bolivar Richburg, Landon Danaher. Landon, come on up. Landon had a .449 average, 38 runs scored, 36 RBIs. On the mound, he was 4-1 with a 2.01 ERA and 59 strikeouts. And in Class D from Fillmore High, Alex Ellsworth. Alex was a catcher. We don't get a lot of catchers MVP, so congratulations. He had a .377 average with a .980 fielding percentage. So congratulations. Let's give all those Class Player of the Year awards one more round of applause. Also, all of those awards will be announced at the finals. If any Coach of the Year or Player of the Year or #1 seed coach, if you're in attendance at those games, obviously you already have your trophy and plaque, but please go up to home plate and shake what coordinator's at that game. But you will be announced, so if you do happen to attend, we certainly want to recognize you tomorrow afternoon or evening at that site. Lastly, this year, Jason, first time with the top 10 in the league?
Yep.
All right, what we started this year was, if you go on the website, the entire league chose the top 10 players in each league, and those are listed on the website, so you can check that out. Lastly, fun part of the morning is we're going to announce the teams in the finals, and if coaches want to introduce their players that came in attendance, except for Bath, you can only have 2, but otherwise we'd be here if you got practice in a couple hours. No, please announce your players, and if you want to say 2 or 3 words, feel free. So, starting in Class AA, we have number 2 McQuaid versus number 5 Victor. That game will be played at Frontier Field tomorrow night at 7 p.m. We have McQuaid coming in with a 15-5 record, and head coach Tony Fuller. Tony.
All right. Thanks for having us, Bill. Appreciate it. Baby, appreciate it. This is beautiful. Awesome to have all the teams here representing Section 5, and good luck to everybody tomorrow. Players that I have with me today: Will Taylor, who's out there, pitcher, center fielder; Tanner DeGrazia, our second baseman; Aiden Stewart, our shortstop; and CJ Phelps, our catcher. Obviously, we're looking forward to playing Victor tomorrow. Good luck to you guys. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful night, and we're looking forward to the opportunity. So, thanks again.
Number 5 seed Victor with a current record of 14-8. Head coach Sean Rucker.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to everybody here. What a great event this is, and another thanks to the committee, to Billy Lowe, Jason Bunning, Kathy Hoyt, first class organization here running this tournament for us. So let's give them another round of applause. I want to thank my assistant coaches that aren't here. Mike Ferrari, he's one of the best in the league right now. He's marching in the parade with his little guy. I don't know if you guys remember those days of dressing up in your Little League uniforms and getting candy and being in the parade, but he's there. Ben Lanning as well has done a tremendous job for us, and I want to thank all of my players that aren't here. Players that are here: Max Freelander, Connor Cronin, and Andrew Haw. Congrats to McQuaid. Very good team, and we can't wait. We're excited to have a great night at Frontier Field. Thank you.
Thank you, Sean. In Class A1, we have number 2 Webster Schroeder versus number 5 Webster Thomas. A little rivalry game there. That game is just before that game at Frontier Field at 4:30. And first, number 2 Webster Schroeder with a record of 15-7, Coach Matt Knight.
The committee, and I want to thank all the Section 5 coordinators. They get us through the season. We have lots of questions that we ask them throughout the year, and they've always been very, very helpful, so thank you. I have 3 players with me today. I have 2 seniors, Danny Daly and Johnny Meyer, and I have 1 junior, Jack Cannon. They're representing our team today, and I wish I could have all the guys here because it was a collective effort this year. Congratulations to everyone who's here, and I want to congratulate Webster Thomas for making it back-to-back years, which is impressive. Webster, I talked to Coach Neenan when I came in, and I said, I always thought that someday this could happen. Here it is. So it's going to be a great night, and we're looking forward to luck to everyone here, and thank you.
With number 5, Webster Thomas coming in with an 11-11 record, Coach Kevin Neenan.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank the committee and Billy and Jason for all the work they've done, and all these guys over here behind the scenes has been great. Like Matt mentioned, we've been looking forward to an opportunity maybe to have a Webster game, and I think talking to a lot of the kids and talking to Kathy Hoyt, who's helped us out a little bit too, trying to get our Little League there. It should be a great night for Webster, and we wish you guys well. I think it's going to be a great game. I wish we could bring our whole team here today too. Looks like that, tried to do that this year, so good for you guys. But I do have some quality guys here, 4 of our senior captains. James Bolton's the catcher, Nate Zakari, one of our pitchers, outfielders, and then we got the Wilson boys. Garrett Wilson plays third and pitches, and Colby Wilson, our first baseman. So again, good luck to all the teams. I think it's going to be a great night. It's supposed to be great weather, and it should be a lot of fun at Frontier Field. Thanks.
Thanks, Coach. And from a Section 5 perspective, just like they always talk about, they want major markets for TV audiences. It's good for Section 5 monetarily. We got 2 Websters, Victor and McQuaid. So, Kathy, we should have a great gate for that. We need something to cover the banquet, so it should be a great night. In A2, we have number 5, Pittsford Sutherland versus number 6, Greece Athena. Number 5, Sutherland with a record of 15-7, and head coach Brandon DeRosa. Brandon, come on now.
Yeah, again, I just want to say thank you again to the committee, JB, because it's never a guarantee to happen again. So really enjoyed it. Congratulations to you guys. It's going to be a dogfight with Athena. Played them earlier this year in the 3rd game. It was a battle till the end, and I know it's going to be again tomorrow. So it's going to be a full 7 innings, and looking forward to it. Thanks again. Guys here, sorry, I got Tyler Mullen, senior outfielder, Jake Feckety, infielder and pitcher, Alex Renzi, senior outfielder, and Jack Zawacki, senior outfielder.
Thanks, Coach. And for number 6, Greece Athena with a current record of 13-9 is head coach Tim Sova. Tim, come on.
Like everybody else has said, thank you to everybody in Section 5 that's made this year what it's been and made this event as well. I personally want to thank Jason Bunting. This will be my first year. Couldn't ask for a better mentor all year. And then with me today, I brought my 4 seniors, my 4 captains. Evan Smith, catcher and DH, outfielder. Matt Salini, center fielder. We got Alex Engler, catcher. And we got TJ Kurtz, pitcher at first base. And tomorrow I'm looking forward to a battle. And we had a battle earlier this year with these guys. It's going to be a really tough game. We're looking forward to it.
Thanks, Coach. In Class B1, we have number 1, Palmac, and number 6, Batavia. That game will be at Livonia at 5 p.m. I apologize, I forgot. The A2, the Sutherland Athena game is at MCC at 5 o'clock. Again, Sutherland Athena is at MCC tomorrow, 5 o'clock. Palmac versus Batavia tomorrow will be at Livonia at 5 p.m. First, for number 1, Palmac, the only undefeated team left in Section 5, and head coach Brian Rodman.
I want to thank everybody that's behind the scenes for doing all this and putting this together. It's a great event for Section 5 in baseball. With me today, I got Chris Finacharo, senior pitcher outfielder, Paul Goodness, senior pitcher outfielder infielder, and Alex Wooden, some shortstop and third base. We're definitely looking forward to Batavia tomorrow. It's going to be a good matchup, and just looking for some good baseball. Good luck to everybody.
And for number 6, Batavia with a current record of 14-8, head coach James Patrick. James.
Thank you to the committee, Section 5, Mr. Bunting. Congratulations to everybody who's here. Obviously played very well and outstanding seasons. With me today is senior pitcher, shortstop Jesse Reinhardt. Senior catcher, Ben Grosby playing, and junior pitcher, Sean Kibble. Yeah. Thank my wife, in case this is live stream somewhere. Thank my wife for putting up the baseball season every year. Good luck to Palmac. Everybody had a great season. Congratulations on being undefeated. And we look forward to a good baseball game tomorrow. Thank you.
I learned that the hard way. Again, that game is tomorrow at Livonia at 5 p.m. In B2, we have number 1. The rest of the finals are all number 1 versus number 2. All number 1s versus number 2s. The rest of the 1 Bath Haverling versus number 2 Leroy. That is tomorrow at Wayland Cohocton at 5 p.m. Number 1 Bath Haverling with a current record 18-2. Head coach Sean Ames.
Section 5 for everything they do and put on today. I brought all my seniors, everybody picked on it and everything like that. But they're going from my modified to my JV coaches that come up for the run too. But I have AJ. You want to just stand up? I have AJ, I have Caden, I have Block, I have Thorius, I have what's your name, Kiefer, and Cootsie. And then we have Brady Dixon, who's a cross player that actually decided to play baseball with us this year. And we have a young 10th grader, another Brass boy. So looking forward to a good game.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you very much, Section 5, and for the committee as well. This great opportunity, great breakfast. I brought 2 guys with me today. I'm a junior, Brian Higgins, and a sophomore, Jackson Spezzano. We look forward to our opportunity to play tomorrow against a really good team. We got to see them twice last year. We didn't get the opportunity to see them this year. Congratulations to all the players, the coaches, for everything you guys do, and to the committee. And I can't wait till tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Coach. And again, that game's tomorrow, Waco at 5. In C1, we have number 1 versus number 2. Number 1 Sodas versus number 2 Letchworth. Number 1 Sodas is coached by Elda English at 15-4. Unfortunately, they had some commitments, so they're not able to attend. That game is tomorrow at Dwyer Stadium in Batavia at 5:30. Sodas, number 1 Sodas, will be playing number 2 Letchworth with a current record of 14-4. Head coach Tim Eustace.
Thank you for the committee and thank you for everything you guys do. As I walked in here, I've been doing this a long time, almost as long as these guys. I look over here at this table and there's a heck of a lot of my losses sitting right there at that table. So I'm just going to turn over here, look over here or something, my guys. My guys at the table, elite, this is why we do it. We have kids that we want to get in the pits with and work hard for. And when you do that with coaches and they pay you back with performing and giving you effort and commitment, that pays off. These are the kinds of reasons that we do that. All right, so that's why I'm here. I got good kids that are kicking butt right now. I'm loving it. All right, hope they can keep going. Just so you know, Sodas is not here right now because they're home practicing, so you guys be ready now. Be ready. All right. Thank you, everybody. Good luck tomorrow. Good to see you guys. All right, thanks.
Thanks, Coach. In C2, we have number 1 versus number 2 matchup. We have number 1 Notre Dame versus number 2 Oakfield, Alabama. That game is at Kelmum at 5 o'clock. Again, tomorrow C2 is at Kelmum, 5 o'clock. Number 1 Notre Dame, 21, is Rick Rapone.
I'd like to thank the committee as well. This is a great brunch and a beautiful, beautiful venue. So thank you very much. I brought with me today my 4 seniors, Vinny DiRizio, Cody Henry, Colin McCulley, and Gavin Schrader. Tomorrow will be an exciting day. It'll be the 6th time we've played Oakfield in the last 2 years. There's nothing really to hide. I'm sure it'll be a extremely exciting and competitive game, and we look forward to the challenge, and congratulations to all you finalists. Hard to get here, and you must have done an unbelievable job to do it. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. They'll be playing number 2 Oakfield, Alabama with a current record of 15-3 with head coach Mike Anderson.
First off, I want to thank Kathy, Billy, and Jason, and the rest of Section 5 for not only this season, but this banquet. I have with me Kyle Porter, Cody Hyde, Gage Armbruster, and Caden Kuzmano. Something that we talk about all the time in practices and games is that every moment matters and every moment leads up to something. The wins, the losses, everything in between, and everything leads to tomorrow. You know, Notre Dame, they're in our league. We see them twice every year. They know us, we know them. It's going to be a really good game tomorrow, and we're really looking forward to it. Want to say congratulations to all the players of the year, coaches of the year, 1 seeds, and all the finalists. Good luck to everybody tomorrow.
Thanks, Coach. In C3, another 1 versus 2 battle. Number 1 Bolivar Richburg versus number 2 North Star. That game will be tomorrow at Houghton College at 5:30. At Houghton at 5:30. First for number 1 Bolivar Richburg with a current record of 21-1 is Dustin Allen.
Just like everybody else, I'd like to thank the committee, Kathy and Sean, Paul, thank you for the write-ups. Great job with picking splinters. With me today, I brought 4 seniors: Matt Mitchell, outfielder; Camden McDonnell, first base; Wyatt Carnew, third and pitcher; and Landon Danaher, shortstop and pitcher. North Star is going to be a great opponent. We're looking forward to tomorrow night. Best of luck to all the teams that are playing tomorrow, and have fun. Enjoy this. Thank you.
Thank you. Bolivar Richburg's opponent will be number 2 North Star with a current record of 15-4. Head coach Dave Valley. Dave. Okay, thank you. Last but not least, in Class D, another number 1 versus number 2 battle. We have number 1 Fillmore versus number 2 Avoca Prattsburg. That's tomorrow at Keshequa at 5 p.m. Keshequa at 5. First for number 1 Fillmore with a current record of 15-3, head coach Bill Nolan.
Once again, would like to thank everybody responsible for this great event and a great season. And good luck to everybody who will be playing tomorrow. I have 1 player with me, and that is the player of the year, it's Class D, that's Alex Ellsworth. I had a real nice team, and it was hard to choose between them to bring, so I decided on my captain and player of the year, Alex. About tomorrow's game in Keshequa against Avoca, I look forward to it. I know Avoca's brain trust is solid. They've been around a while, I've known them. And I think it's going to be a great game. I look forward to it, guys. Thank you.
Number 2, playing number 2 seed, Avoca Prattsburg with a current record of 16-6. All right, no stranger to the microphone up here, Denny Miles.
Thank you, Bill. Wonderful job, and let's give Bill another round of applause. He's putting on. And I would like to say congratulations to all the teams here today. This game is going to come and go in the blink of an eye, but the memories that you're going to make out of this game and this weekend, and hopefully, or not weekend, but this game coming up, and to the winners, you're going to go on to play Section 6, and you know, let's hope we can bring some championships back to Section 5. And we have every bit as good players as anybody in the state right here in Section 5. And congratulations and good luck to all of you guys that advanced. I couldn't bring any players today. In Avoca Prattsburg, you got to understand that we either milk cows in the morning or we milk cows in the afternoon. And we're having practice in the afternoon, so they can't come this morning, so they're not here. So, but congratulations to all of you. We look forward to playing Fillmore, and that's it. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach, and congratulations to all the finalists, coaches, and players. Next, I'm going to hand over the microphone to Mr. Bunting, and he's going to have a bunch of information, game, playoff, regional, and state information.
Holy cow, did you just say your kids are milking cows? Holy cow. And you know we're live streaming this, right?
They don't even know which.
They don't have live streamable. Jim Burke is a huge, he was in my position, obviously, when I was a player. I can remember him back then. I can remember him when I first started coaching, he was doing this.
And I just want to say thank you, Coach, because you've been graciously resigned a few years ago and left me with this job. So I want to say thank you to Billy for this. Appreciate it. But I just want everyone in this room to know that we would not be here today if it wasn't for him. I mean, that's period. I would not have done this. I don't have the time to do this. I'll just be honest with you. Help out. He did everything. So when I say he did everything, I mean he did everything. So Billy, thank you, and everybody here. Round of applause. I am married. I've been married for 29 years, but my second wife is right over there, Kathy Hoyt. And I say that because we talk, I'm her favorite coordinator, for sure. We talk all the time. We talked yesterday a couple different times. We talked Saturday. We talk all the time because stuff comes on my plate, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do with that, so I just call her, and she handles it. So Kathy, from me, thank you very much. I appreciate it. The website, Sean, you and I met a few years ago and talked about, you know, getting the website up to snuff, and you've done it. So I really appreciate all the work you do. The behind the scenes stuff that he does, the stuff he does at 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, 6 a.m. when I'm texting him at 6 a.m., hey, get this, you know, can you put this on? And he's just always, I see that thumbs up emoji back from him, and I know it's done. And so Sean, personally, I just want to thank you for that. So big round of applause for Sean Jeffers. And then my man Paul Gotham, right? So picking splinters, you know, I know some of the southern tier schools, you know, you guys, the DNC always probably left you guys out, you know, stuff years ago. I always remember they didn't cover the smaller schools, but you know, the DNC is non-existent anymore, right? So I know that there are some papers down in the southern tier that cover the southern tier schools, but Paul Gotham is simply the guy that we all lean on and does all of the stuff for Section 5 baseball. He's big in with the website with us. He does all of the write-ups. He works tirelessly with class. We would not have done that without Paul. We would not have had a player of the year for each class without Paul. So I just want the players in this room to know that it's guys like, you know, Sean and Paul and Billy and Kathy and Jim Burke that have really laid the groundwork for Section 5 baseball for you guys to do stuff like this. For us to get Frontier Field, you know, all these people did this before me. So, Paulie, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. And then, you know, I send out, you know, so many emails, you know, so I want to thank my committee members and, you know, just all the work that you guys do, and I really appreciate it. And John Anderson moved to Texas for a couple of years, and he was still doing Section 5 baseball stuff for me. So, you know, this behind-the-scenes stuff that you guys don't know about as players, I just want you to recognize the fact that there's a lot of people here that are doing work for you guys. Steve Wager and Billy Bowe, I know Billy already mentioned it, but Steve Wager is right over here hiding. He's responsible for a lot of the Section 5 plaques that we just gave all of you guys, right? If he doesn't get all those sponsors over there, we don't do that. So, Steve, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And then on July 31st, it's a Sunday, on July 31st, right before the Red Wing game, we have our very own Denny Miles, where's Denny, and Billy Bowe are getting into the Section 5 Baseball Hall of Fame. So just a round of applause for those two guys. Okay, so Billy already went over finals stuff. I won't go over all that stuff, but just some information for everybody here, the class playoffs. If you are Class AA and Class D, you guys know that you win tomorrow, you move right on to the regionals on Saturday, okay? For the other classes, we have a Class A playoff between the A1 winner and the A2 winner. You're going to play Wednesday. That game's going to be at MCC at 5 o'clock, okay? So whoever wins tomorrow at A1, they will play the A2 winner the very next day, Wednesday at MCC, right at 5 p.m. The Class B and C, we don't have a site yet just because of we don't know who's going to win those games. So once those games are determined, then we'll have a Class B playoff on Wednesday, a Class C playoff on Wednesday, and then another Class C playoff on Thursday because we have 3 classes there. So those class playoffs will determine who goes to regionals. On Saturday, June 4th, we have Class A and D will go to Section 6. So Class A will be at Niagara University at noon on Saturday, June 4th, and Class D will play the Section 6 winner at Salamanca High School at noon also. Okay, so those two are in Section 6. Here in Section 5, we'll host AA, B, and C. Those games are at 11 a.m. AA is at 11 a.m. Class B is at 2 p.m. and Class C is at 5. All 3 of those games right at Monroe Community College on Saturday. So keep your fingers crossed for good weather. And then after the regionals, it's on the states. right? And for those of you that aren't familiar, we have a two-day tournament now for state, so the semifinals will be Friday, June 10th. And then if you win that game, you'll play Saturday, June 11th. All of the facilities in Binghamton are top-notch. We'll be playing at the Binghamton Met Stadium. We'll be playing at Binghamton University. If you've never been there, it's like a major league park almost. They've done a really nice job. They had a donation of like $10 million or something like that, $12 million from an anonymous donor, and the facilities at Binghamton University are unbelievable. So the state tournament is quite the thing. And in closing, I just want to say this, to the players in here, enjoy this moment. And I know Brandon said something like that to you guys earlier. Just enjoy the fact that you're here. Enjoy the fact that you have an opportunity tomorrow to win a Section 5 championship. A lot of your friends on other teams are sitting at home right now not having this opportunity. So take advantage of it, right? Thank your coaches. Make sure that you understand all the work that your parents and your coaches have done to get you to this spot. So that's all I want to tell you is enjoy it. Play your asses off tomorrow and leave it all out on the field, and whatever happens, happens, right? But at least no regrets when you get out there, and just, my best to all of you guys, and I wish if I could trade places with the players right now, I would, right? Any adult in here would be lying to you if they said they wouldn't, because we all wish we could play again. We all wish we could be in a sectional championship game, and I wish everybody luck tomorrow, and, play with class. All right? Congrats, everybody.
Thanks, Jason. Just some clerical things before we finish up. Do you need any groups for pictures?
Coaches of the year.
Coaches of the year. If you would head out with Paul outside, coaches of the year, so you can get your pictures together. Class coordinator. Stay up here for a few minutes after. Jason needs to speak with you. So coach of the year outside, and class coordinators. You might have to wait for a few of them out in the picture. But class coordinators, let's meet right behind me. Really, my closing comment, and Jason touched on it, I always like 2 words: thank you. Say thank you. Shook my hand and said, Coach, thank you. It almost brought me to tears every time. Almost brought me to tears every time, because the amount, as players, you have no idea the amount of time, effort, and stress that is in a coach's life. Say thank you to those people that drove you to Little League for 5 years and sat through 2.5-hour Little League games at your parks when it was 12 degrees out. All right? Anybody that's involved, in this case baseball, thank them. All right? It's important to them. Those 2 words are more powerful than you'll ever know. Again, congratulations to everyone. Best of luck. Thank God we have great weather tomorrow, it looks like. Play hard, have a ball, and thanks for everybody coming, and please. So, again, coaches of the year, please head outside with Paul.